So now we can start the class. So you see, it's an umbrella. It's called modifier umbrella. So you know umbrella. When we use umbrella, when it's rainy day or it's a really hot day, then we use umbrella. But now in the class today, to understand the modifier very carefully and properly, we will use this umbrella. This is called modifier umbrella. You see here, so different kinds of modifier. So modifier is divided into many classes. So here we get some kinds of modifier that will be described here, and later I will make it clear. So you know modifier, in the previous class I have already discussed what is called modifier, what are the kinds of modifier, and I also gave you some examples in the class. I mean how we can use modifier and how we can use modifier in a sentence very carefully and properly. Today we will discuss them, I mean specifically, and we will discuss them very carefully so that you can do better in modifier when the exam will come. First you see here it is appositive. So now it's a question, what is called appositive? In the last class we had just switched off the fan and switched off. So in the last class we discussed what is called modifier, the classification of modifier. Now the classification will be discussed, and next when the discussion will be finished, and this is exercise, I will give you this exercise among you, and this exercise, I mean after understanding modifier, you will try your best to solve them. So hopefully our class will be enjoyable, and you will also enjoy the class. So number one, you see appositive. So what is called appositive? Appositive means appositive means a word or phrase that tells about something, about some person. Suppose, Rabindranath. Who is Rabindranath? Rabindranath is a great poet of Bengali literature. So here you see Rabindranath. Now you may write the sentence. Everybody. You may write the sentence. Rabindranath, the great poet of Bengali literature. The great poet of Bengali literature was born in India. So you see here, Rabindranath, the great poet of Bengali literature. So the great poet of Bengali literature, this is appositive. So appositive means here Rabindranath, it is noun or pronoun? It's noun. So appositive means the word that gives us some information about something or some person. Suppose Rabindranath, the great poet of Bengali literature, this is information about Rabindranath. So this is called appositive. So here Mr. Alamgir Hussain, your class teacher. Who is Alamgir Hussain? Your class teacher. So your class teacher, this is information about Mr. Alamgir Hussain. So your class teacher, this information about Mr. Alamgir. So your class teacher, it is appositive. You can understand? So the word that will give us information about someone or something, that is called appositive. Hopefully it has been clear to you. Next you see adjective. Adjective, it is very clear in the last class. I have already discussed adjective. Adjective means the merits or demerits of any noun. That is called adjective. Suppose Mr. Rahman is a good person. Here good. He is an honest man, honest. So here honest, good, they are adjective. So adjective means the word that tells us some merits and demerits of any person or anything, that is called adjective. So the pen is good. So here what is adjective? Good. So if we say it is a good fan, so here good adjective and it is called modifier because good here, this word modifies the, fan. It is a good fan. What kind of fan? Good fan. So here adjective good, adjective has been used as modifier. Suppose, what's your name? Masum. Masum Milla is a punctual student. Masum Milla is a punctual student. So here punctual adjective and it is also called modifier. So sometimes we use adjective as adverb means that tells us about the function, about the position of verb. Suppose he is going slowly, he is going quickly. So the position of the function of verb, that is called adverb. So sometimes we use adverb as modifier. Suppose, it is running slowly. How it is running? Slowly. So slowly adverb. And adverb, it has been used as modifier. So slowly, how it modifies? Because slowly modifies running. It is running slowly. Slowly modifies running. So here adverb is modifier. So we have already finished appositive, adjective, adverb. Now we will discuss participle. Participle and gerund. You see, participle means, the word that will tell us about verb and adjective. That is called participle. Participle is divided into three classes: present participle, past participle, and perfect participle. Present participle, normally we see that when verb plus ing, that is called present participle. And past participle means when the structure of the verb will be changed. Suppose ed, ten will be added, will be used with the last portion of the verb, that is called past participle. And perfect participle means having plus past participle. Participle is divided into three classes: present participle, past participle, and perfect participle. So sometimes we use participle as modifier. Suppose it is a broken chair. It is a broken chair. So here broken, past participle. So here broken has been used as modifier. Sometimes perfect participle. So how we can use perfect participle? Suppose having eaten rice, the man left the place. Having eaten rice. So having eaten, what kind of participle? Perfect participle. So this is called participle, and it is another name that is called dangling modifier. So dangling modifier means the modifier that is not clear to you. So that is dangling modifier. Having eaten rice, the man left the place. So here we see how we can use participle as modifier. Participle is how kinds? Three kinds: present participle, past participle, and perfect participle. So in the question, in the exam, there is the question, suppose use participle, use present participle, use past participle, just like that. So no need to be worried. So you should think that present participle means verb plus ing, past participle means ed, en, or n will be added with the verb, and perfect participle means past participle plus having plus past participle. Hopefully you can understand. Intensifier. Intensifier means the word that will be used before adjective. And when it will make the adjective important or strong, that is called intensifier. I again say, intensifier means the word that will make the adjective strong. Suppose he is very honest. How much honest? Is very honest. So very is intensifier. I am extremely sorry. I am sorry. How much? Extremely sorry. So here extremely intensifier. Intensifier means the word that makes the adjective more strong, will be more strong. Then the word will be the word that will be used just before the adjective, that is called intensifier. I am extremely sorry. It is enough hot. So here enough intensifier. Normally in the exam, it is very common in intensifier. Intensifier means the adjective that will make intensifier means the word that make the adjective strong. So normally we use adverb as intensifier. Adverb means very, enough, extremely. I mean, just like that. So there is very. I mean, it is a common intensifier. Suppose he is a very. I mean, is a very intelligent boy. So very here, very means intensifier. You can understand. So intensifier means, I mean, very is common intensifier, but the adverb that will be used before adjective sounds extremely, very, I mean, enough. Quantifier. Quantifier means, I mean, the number. Number. That means I have many books. I have 2 books. He has, I mean, many ideas, just like that. When the word that will mean number, that is called quantifier. So this word, we know modifier. Modifier means the word that will modify, that will, I mean, specify, specialize any word. That is called modifier. Suppose, I mean, I have many books. Many books. I have 2 books. How many? 2 books. So this is 2. So this is called quantifier. You can understand? Yes. Determiner. Determiner means, I mean specific words. Suppose the a and the a and the or the and the. Do you know the difference between the and the? Do you know? When we pronunciate the and when we say the, yes, vowel. When the vowel the. When, so hopefully you can she can understand the word. When TIC, this word will be used before the vowel, its pronunciation will be the. And when TIC, this word will be used before any consonant, this pronunciation will be the. It's very important for you to understand. Okay. So determiner means a, n, the or the. Determiner means a, n, the or the. Determiner means this, that, those. That is called demonstrative. You can understand? So when in the exam, within bracket, so after some times I will give you exercise sheet and you have to do. So determiner means a, n, b, or I mean this, those, that. That is also, that is called also demonstrative. Demonstrative means this, these, those, that. This is called demonstrative. What is demonstrative? Nice, you stand up. Demonstrative. These, those, that, they are called demonstrative. And determiner, we say determiner. A, and B, they are called determiner. And I mean these, that, those, they are also determiner. That means these, that, those, they are the parts of determiner. You can understand? So this and these, that, those, they are also called demonstrative. You can understand? So in the exam, if you are asked to write demonstrative, you will write these, that, those. And if you are asked to write, I mean determiner, so you may write A and B or this, that, those. But it will depend upon the question. It will depend upon the passage. Next you see possessive. So possessive means, I mean, it is my book. So here my, this is possessive. It is our country, our, this is called possessive. It is your duty, here possessive, your. You can understand? So my, I mean his, your, their, our, they are called possessive. So sometimes this possessive can be used as modifier. So here you see possessive and it is your duty. So it is your duty, your, this is called possessive. So your, it is modifier. It is your duty. So your, this is called possessive. And so in the exam, suppose it is your, suppose, so right here, I mean you see that I know plan. I know this plan. So in the exam, if you are asked to write here possessive, then you may use I know your plan. You can understand? You may also write, I know their plan. It is also right. I know his plan. It is also right. You understand? So here, if you are asked to write possessive means my, his, your, their. You can understand? So in the exam, that will be I know their plan. So in the gap, you will be asked to write, possessive P modify the noun. Okay. So we are at the end of discussion. In the question, sometimes you will be asked to write P modify the adjective, P modify the noun. So when you will be asked to write P modify the noun, then you should write adjective. I again say, when you will be asked to write P modify the noun, that means you should think that you should use adjective. When the question will be P modify the verb, then you should use adverb. I repeat, I again say, because it is very, very important and it is commonly used in modifier. When you will try to do modifier, then this type of question are available. So I again say, P modify the noun means adjective. P modify the verb means no adverb. P modify the noun means P modify the verb means okay. Hopefully you can understand now. Now this exercise will be given among you. Hopefully you will try your level best to answer them. P modify the noun means adjective. P modify the noun means adjective, and P modify the verb means P adverb. Okay. So this thing, technique, you should use again and again when you will do modifier. When you will be asked to write P modify the noun, that will be adjective, and P modify the verb means adverb. So he was a P modify the noun poet. So here you should use an adjective. Suppose he was a great poet, he was a national poet, he was a famous poet. Whatever you will write, if it is it is related, then it will be correct. You can understand? And if you write, even if you write he was a good poet, that will be also right. You can understand? What kind of any kind of adjective you should write. It has been clear. Next, a wide range of programs of P modify the adjective. So here you should use adjective. Programs of interest, programs of varied interest, or varied interest, or varied means many kinds of varied interest is telecast on channels. Quantify means number. So on many channels you may write different channels. You may write many channels you may write, or different channels you may write. Number, that is called number. Number 3. However, TB has become is an article. Article is very common. Addiction for any. So TB has become an addiction. An addiction for many. Number 4. A village doctor is a intensifier. You know, intensifier means very is very common intensifier. So if you use here very, that will be right. A village doctor is a very familiar person in the rural areas of Bangladesh. So when you will see intensifier, in most cases, if you use very, that will be right. You can understand? Very. So village doctor is a very familiar. Number 5. Post modify the verb, that will be adverb. There are 5,000 books in our library which are arranged well, properly, nicely. Whatever you will write, that will be that you should be used. That you should use adverb. That you should be adverb. Are arranged well, it is right. If you write nicely, it is right. It is if you write properly, it is right. Number 6. Newspaper plays a very, P modify the noun means adjective. So plays a very important role. Important role in what? Vital. Yes, of course. That means you may write important, you may write vital, you may write synonym of important. You can understand? So whatever you write, it should be adjective, and it should be, related. Number 7. Number 7, you see, most of the people in possessive is very easy. So in our country, if you write our, that is right. Number 8, Bangladesh is a country. P modify the verb, that means adjective. Bangladesh is a yes, cultural country, is small country. Okay, whatever you write, developed country, whatever you write, I think it will be correct, but it should be related. Bangladesh, okay. Number 10, number 9, but she found. Demonstrative. Demonstrative means this, that, these, those. You can understand? So here, but she found that to heavy. So here, that. And if you write this, that will be also right. So, but she found that too heavy. So, my dear students, I just tell to you. I mean, you can understand. So, demonstrative means no. Demonstrative means these, that, those. Intensifier means common intensifier. Which is common intensifier? Very. You can understand? Which is common intensifier? Very. P modify the noun means adjective. P modify the verb means post modify the noun means adjective. Post modify the verb means adverb. It's very common thing for modifier. Possession means his, my, our, their. That is it. I mean, Muhammad Johurul Islam, appositive. So here just you add something. Our principal. So this our principal means this phrase will give information about Mr. Johurul Islam. So this is appositive. You can understand. Suppose Belal Hussain, a student of our class. A student of our class means, so this is information about Belal Hussain. So a student of our class, this is appositive. You can understand? You can understand? So, my dear students, whatever we discuss in the class, but this discussion will be successful if you revise them, if you see them, if you think them when you will stay at home. But when you are at home, if you don't revise them, if you don't think of my class, if you don't think of the discussion that has been done in the class, then this class will not be successful. So again and again, I say to you, when you will go back to your house, then remember the class, and try to think of the class. What type of discussion my teacher has done. So then this class will be successful. Only depending on teacher, only depending on class, no success will come to you. If you study, if you try, you may mistake, no matter, but from mistake you will learn. But if you don't mistake, if you don't try, there will be no chance to mistake. When you will try, you will mistake. And from mistake, there will be a chance to learn. So my last suggestion, I am at the end of the class, my last suggestion to you, at home, you should remember the class of every class, not only English class, every class you should remember. Every class you should think of the discussion. Then the topic, the lesson will be clear to you, and you will normally, step by step, will be good student. And if you only depend on teacher, if you only depend on class, no success will come to you, and no lesson will be clear to you. Hopefully you can understand. Modifier is very easy lesson. Today I have given a sheet. I have already discussed them. In the previous class I have also discussed. And next class, if I come to this class, I will come with a new topic, and just exercise will be continuing. You can understand? And exercise will be continuing. I mean, step by step you do exercise. The more you will do exercise, the more you will learn. But if you don't practice, there will be no chance to learn. Practice. So we have already learn two or three things. P modify the noun means, P modify the verb means, post modify the verb means, adverb. Post modify the noun means, okay. And again, appositive. Appositive means the word or the phrase that gives us information about the previous word or the phrase. Okay. Intensifier. Common intensifier means very. Okay. And adjective you can have participle. How many kinds? Participle? 3 kinds. Okay. Determiner. Determiner means A and D. Determiner. Demonstrative means, and possessive means. Okay. So now I think our class is successful. But my last request, again my last request to you, when you will go back to your house, just you will remember the class. Hopefully it will be more effective for you. Okay. Now